Premier League primetime on tape. Jose, Cyrus, and Andre. And you know that Daveye don't play. In the field, they can talk about it all day. Look, and we moving up. You can try all you want, can't move like us. When it all comes down, they choosing us. And I do gotta say, we don't give a fuck. Premier League primetime, and it's only that. Speak only facts. Say what I want, can't hold me back. Can't hold me back. Premier League primetime, better yet, it's my time. You stay on the sideline. Say what I want, can't hold me back. Premier League primetime.
Hello and welcome back to Premier League Primetime. I'm back again with, unfortunately, he cannot be here with me as the man's been so busy. Man's been busy, but you know, Mr. Josh, apart from the game, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for having me back on, Davis. It's always a pleasure to see you, be back on the show. But the game was pretty atrocious. I'm really mad about it. Yeah,
as you can tell, of course, Tottenham 3, Arsenal 0. I remember the reverse, and he was all smiles. I don't think he's all smiles right now.
definitely not.
And now, let us have it. What are your thoughts on that Arsenal performance today?
To be honest, it's like when I looked at that game and I look at the scoreline, it just kind of shows me how young our team is and how we're not ready. We really aren't. We're not ready for Champions League football. You know, this whole season, I think a lot of people have been putting their money on Arsenal to go and get that Champions League place. For me, I think I really wanted them to get it. But now I'm thinking, like, even if we do, like, there's no real like reward. We're going to be in the Champions League and get out in the group stage, you know? It's just really upsetting to see that like we still have so much building and like work we need to do. We need a real leadership role in this team, which we don't have. We need some experienced players because our players are too young without any experience. We need to get rid of some players. Like, for me personally, I think I want to get rid of CEDRIC. I think CEDRIC's fucking awful. I don't think he's ever fucking performed in the team ever. I think Tavares is pretty fucking awful as well. And he's really, really like shaky at the back. Someone I don't want to see.
It's only been one season.
Sorry?
It's only been one season with Tavares. I know he's been great, but would you send him on?
I know, but it's just hard when you're a team like Arsenal who like is expecting so much from that kind of, when you expect so much from players, you know, and I think they have to kind of deliver on that front. Additionally, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some other players. I think our strike force recently has been pretty good. You know, our young players have been performing, but tonight they just couldn't get past that back wall. And especially, you know, Spurs, their counter-attacking football is one of the best in Europe. I will say, they just have incredible strike partnership, which, I mean, our defense just couldn't handle today. It's just pretty sad, to be honest.
100%. And I was just, it just looks like there was one side who totally wanted it and was totally in the game. And then one side who, not necessarily that they didn't want it, but they just looked lost. They looked clueless. Like, I looked at Saka and that just summed up that performance. Like, looked like they didn't have any ideas. They just looked clueless.
I completely agree. You know, I was watching the game and, you know, when I was watching Spurs play, you know, they get the ball and they actually get some chances, you know, on goal. Whenever we had the ball, I just see us passing it around and like trying to just shift it from one side to the next, like not actually going towards goal at all, you know? It just looked like kind of old Arsenal football, just playing it around the box and not taking any shots. And it's just, I don't understand what they're doing, you know, like you just said, they're just lost.
It just looks so predictable from Arsenal. And it's like, you know, one could already predict, you know, what Ramsey will do when he gets the ball. What's going to happen, you know, the center backs will come short and then they'll play it to the left back or the right back, and then Xhaka will drop and will cover, etc. You sort of already know what they're going to do. It just seems super predictable, and Conte must have just snuffed that out really early and said, all right, boys, we already know what they're going to do. We already know how they're going to play it out. And you saw them press, and they've won it many times. Something I would have never seen Tottenham do in the first 2-3 months.
Yeah, I don't know. They looked like they really, like you said, they really needed this game, you know, especially because this was the game. If we won, we'd secure our place in Champions League football. And I don't know, they really showed up today. I have to say they were really impressive, like on all fronts. I think, yeah, just like thoroughly disappointed in the team, and like with the red card as well, and
Yeah.
just how everything kind of played out.
Thoughts
Yeah.
on the red card? Do you think the penalty was soft or?
I don't know. I think it just kind of depends. I honestly think like it. I think if I'm being honest, I think it was a penalty. You could obviously argue that it was soft and like VAR did stuff, and I don't know, but I mean it's a pen.
Fair enough. And then of course the second yellow. Thoughts on that? Do you think Son just made the most out of it? Because the way he went down, it just looked like there was someone in the stands with a sniper, and he just went over.
I will say attackers now, I feel like are just taking real advantage of that, and it's really annoying to see that. I mean, actually, like players like Salah, who I really like and I love. I love Salah as a player, but Salah does dive quite a fair bit. And Son kind of did that today. I agree.
100% definitely. And of course, I think it's the part that I've been waiting for, with the viewers probably been waiting for. Let's get into these Arsenal player ratings. And I will say there are zeros. So if you need to pull out, a certain 0, 0, 0, you are more than welcome. I'll start with Ramsdale, and you can't blame him for many of the goals, to be honest with you.
I agree. I don't think you really can. I think it's based on the team. And I think the defense really truly just let him down. So Ramsdale, I'm just going to give him like a 4, 5, just kind of average, nothing really you could do.
Fair enough. I'll start at right back. I think it was Tomiyasu right back and CEDRIC left.
Or it's either one, or it's reverse. I'm not sure, but
Tomiyasu.
I give Tomiyasu. I'd give him a 6. I think Tomiyasu is a really solid player. I just didn't really think he found it in this game. I think he just kind of struggled.
Fair enough. The two at center back, I'll start with Holdini, or Rob Holding. He was in a good run of form, to be honest with you, but it was a big call leaving Ben White on the bench. I don't know why.
Neither do I. I'm still kind of like struck by that. I don't understand why Ben White wasn't playing today.
Arteta, but Rob Holding, getting 2 yellows in 26 minutes.
Yeah, pretty appalling. I give him like maybe a 2 for that. You just have to learn to control yourself as well in that game, especially when you're getting a yellow card so early on. You have to know and keep that in the back of your head. And I am super pissed. Like you said, I just don't understand why Ben White wasn't playing, because Ben White has had a terrific season, in my opinion. But,
I mean, one can understand why he was on the bench, because he's just coming back from injury, and Rob Holding's been in, I don't know, a decent run of form. Scored a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I could understand it, but then if something happened, of course you have Ben White there and he comes on straight away. Something I didn't understand. Probably one of the only few players that looked like he actually cared, or don't actually care, but just looks like he was incredibly frustrated by it. Gabriel, I'd give Gabriel I think
6.5, maybe like 6.5 to a 7. Like you said, Gabriel is one of my favorite players in this Arsenal squad. He's just really strong at the back. He's really passionate about the squad, and it was just unlucky, as well. He went off injured in the last few minutes, and I mean, hopefully he's okay.
Fair enough. At right back, CEDRIC.
My man, I genuinely just don't like him as a player for our team. I don't think he really fits Arteta's kind of a plan. I give him a 1. I just think that he especially he just turns over the ball so much. Sorry?
A 1. So I said there are zeros, but what would the point be for? Are you thinking I'll give him a point for putting his kid on the right way, or just?
Yeah, definitely. I think just getting the kid on the right way and playing in his position. But I think that he turns over the ball so much, and I think this is my views on CEDRIC, is that he thinks he's so much better than he is. I think that he thinks he could run down the entire wing and then whip a ball in, but he literally can't get past the halfway line. And I just don't think you can really play him anymore.
The way you're making it sound, he's just a Portuguese Mateo Darmian. He just gets a nosebleed whenever he goes outside his own box.
No, I think I agree. I mean, Damian, like you said, like Damian started pretty well. I think Cedric kind of started well for us as well. But as our side is really trying to progress, and there's still areas that need focusing, and that is one that we need to fix right away.
Fair enough, definitely. Into the midfield pivot, I'll start with Mohamed El-Neni. Would you use a famous vlogger's term, Mohamed El Sideways, for his performance today?
I would. I think El-Neni this season I think he's played pretty well this season.
Oh, yes. And that's some limitation anyways.
Yeah, and like you said today, he was really channeling that inner sideways kind of persona. Just he didn't really pass it forward at all. Literally only passed it like left and right, and it was just pretty basic. I'm just gonna give him like a 3.
Fair enough. Granit Xhaka, who surprisingly he was actually the most level-headed of anyone on the pitch. To be fair to you,
I agree. I think Xhaka, one of the players who's really experienced in our squad. Obviously, he's one of the oldest, but as well, Xhaka's gone through a really, really like up and down kind of journey at our club. But I've always liked him. I think he's a really good player, and I think he really does have like he's really good football ability. I give him like a 6.5 to a 7, like somewhat like Gabriel. Like you said, I think he stayed in the game kind of. He does like have a really hard head. He's got a really short temper, but he tried staying in it, I think, today.
100%. Well, I'm surprised at some of the ratings. I thought they'd be considerably lower. Why is so?
Sorry?
I'm surprised at some of your ratings in terms of some of the players in regards to like 6.5s and 7s. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, I'm being a little generous. I think that today, I don't know. It's been a hard day. It's been a hard day. I'm trying to make the best out of it, to be honest. Trying to like give the players a little bit of stuff, but
to be honest, if that were me, and if that was Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5, I don't think there would be just any mercy on any of these players, to be fair to you. Into the attacking trio, I'll start with Bukayo Saka. As much as I love the kid, he looked completely lost. I think he morphed into Casper the Ghost. Yeah,
no, I give Saka a 3. Really lost today. Didn't really know what he was doing. I think a lot of times he looked like he was going to start something but didn't finish it. He didn't execute. He wasn't very sharp today. Just pretty lost.
Fair enough. Gabriel Martinelli on the left-hand side.
I just didn't see him a lot of this game. I just thought he didn't get into it. I give him a 2.
Fair enough. Captain Odegaard through the 10.
See, Odegaard's a bit of a tricky one because I feel like he always tries to create. But like you said, if the team's not performing, then he's not going to perform. I give Odegaard a 3 as well. It's just the problems for me. There was a lot of defensive problems. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of it was just not playing up front and like trying to find like opportunities and actually just fucking shoot. Like no one was shooting.
Fair enough. And up front, Mr. Carabao Cup man Eddie Nketiah.
It's a real shame, because these past few games he's played really, really, really well. I'm really happy for him as well because I think he's a really good player. And then when there were rumors of him either transferring to, I think it was West Ham or Crystal Palace maybe, but I was upset. But since Arteta's put him back in the side recently, 2 goals against Chelsea, the goal against Man U, sorry. But he's played okay, and he didn't find it today. Pretty much just like got the ball, ran all the way, and then just kind of stopped. I feel like a lot of the players today, they kind of just stopped working, if that makes sense. They just kind of they gave up. They really did. After like a couple of the goals, they just kind of gave up. They didn't really know what to do. Nketiah, 2.
100%. And knowing the team I support, I definitely know a thing or two about that and the frustrations that come with that. And of course, Eddie Nketiah, he was definitely going to on the game against Man United. I already knew he was going to morph into prime Thierry Henry and hold up the ball and just pop it off to the wingers like there was like he was just like a training session, City. But
exactly. He literally just got the ball and distributed it. He didn't really do anything with it. He just gave it to the wingers, like you said.
fair enough. And what are you going to score Nketiah for today?
I gave Nketiah like a 2, I think. And as well, I'm going to change my rating for Xhaka because I gave him too high of a rating. I'm going to give him a 5, and I'm going to also give Gabriel a 5 as well.
Fair enough. Subs on the bench, Emil Smith-Rowe.
Came into the game really, really late. I think he really didn't get a chance. And I think maybe if he was starting, things could have been different. I don't know. Maybe
Standard
just like
5?
Sorry?
Standard 5, would you say?
I think so. I don't think he really just got the time. Especially, he came to the game when they were already 3-0 down. There's nothing really you can do.
Fair enough. Lacazette, would you say he had enough time for standard 5?
Agreed. Like, say he just didn't have enough time, just kind of same thing.
100%. And of course, the best player for last, Nuno Tavares.
He did come into the game late. And in this game, he came into the game late, and I will say he didn't perform as badly as I was expecting. I think in other games this season, he's played so much worse. I think in the game against Man United, especially, because I watched like the entire game and I couldn't bear watching him because, you see Elanga just getting right past him. You see Ronaldo getting right past him, and it's also especially annoying because, Tavares plays as a left back or a right back, respectively. But then he just, for some odd reason, he always just shifts to like a left wing. And that means Emil Smith-Rowe or Martinelli has to drop back to their left back spot, which is just not what they're playing. Tavares, I'm going to give him a 3 for this game. Maybe just a 2, but he didn't really have enough time. But overall, I just don't really like him as a player for the squad.
Fair enough. The manager, what are you going to... Are we going to hear a 0? Are we going to hear a 0 for the first time?
Oof. You know what? I'm trying to think. Honestly, the 0 that I wouldn't give a 0 to Arteta. I give a 0 to Rob Holding. I give the 0 to Rob Holding.
Yes, the score changed to a 0.
Just because, like, he has been in the squad for so long. Like, you should know not to like commit serious challenges like so early on in the game. And you just have, especially like Rob Holding has like, he has been with the squad for a long time. He knows how stuff works. And he knows that we could have got back into the game pretty early on, I feel like. But because he took him out, there's nothing we can do. For Arteta, however, the managing wasn't there today. The plan wasn't there. The tactics were pretty fucking awful. I don't know. I really don't know what he's trying, to be honest. And for those reasons, I give him a 1. Give him a 1.
Fair enough. And of course, so one thing I have to ask, the referee.
Oh, the referee. I'll give the referee a 3. I think that this referee was pretty fucking shite. And he made some pretty bad calls. We had some decisions go our way, but fuck, like the red card, I don't know about that. I don't know about Son fucking going over like that. That wasn't fair. Yeah.
Well, I'm genuinely surprised. I thought you were going to pull out. I'm always at 0. I thought you were going to pull that one out.
No. I don't like giving the 0s only because I don't, in the red chance that these players actually see the videos, don't want to be too harsh.
No, fair enough. No, you definitely make a good point there. But no, the referee wasn't as awful. But yeah, anything else to say before we end this video?
I just want to say thank you, Davis, for having me on again. Always a pleasure. Arsenal, please fucking pick up your act because we have 2 games left of the season. You have to win fucking both of them because Spurs will win both of them. I want to secure this Champions League, but also Arteta, you got to make some changes to the squad, Betty. Like, we just got to get rid of some players and buy some players. I think we got to get Gabriel Jesus. I want him for the squad. I want him to play up top next season. He's a really good player.
Pepe hasn't even gotten a look in, and I'm surely he'd be better than.
I totally agree. You know, I think Pepe is one of the most. I think Pepe is a super talented player, and I don't know why, but he's just been iced out from the squad for some odd reason. He's just been frozen out,
He's
and
getting Donny treatment. I don't know.
yeah, totally. And I don't understand why. You know, we pay 72 million for this guy, and he doesn't play. I don't know. No one really hears from him, and you know, at this point, it's not fair to just keep him sitting on the sideline. Just fucking sell him, get the money, or play him. I'd love to see Pepe play. I think he's a good, talented player with some skill. But yeah, just got to make some changes. And they got to win these next 2 games, because if they don't, I'm gonna be fucking raged.
And of course, those next 2 games, you know, those aren't going to be easy games. Newcastle, who are just like in the form of their life
right now, they're playing incredibly well. You know, with their new signings, Bruno Guimaraes. Oh my God, he's having a season right now.
Wasn't he a player that Arteta really wanted in January?
I think so as well. I think so, and it's just like it's pretty annoying, you know. But these 2 games must wins, and honestly, you know, everyone knows Arsenal's a better club than Newcastle and then Everton. You know, I think Everton right now, that's the must win, like easily. Like if you lose that game, that's atrocious. You know,
but then again, that's not going to be an easy game because Everton are fighting for their lives. So
agreed. You know, they're gonna really need that game as well. But you know, that's a game where you have to just end it. You have to end it early, I think. And then the Newcastle game, I don't know. They just gotta outclass them, I think. Yeah.
Definitely gotta hear from you. And that's all I have for you tonight from where we are. Thanks for watching this. If you enjoyed this video, smash like on the video, comment down below, let us know from an Arsenal perspective, a Tottenham perspective, any perspective. What did you think of the North London derby today? Tottenham, absolutely superb. Arsenal, absolutely dreadful, shambolic, whatnot. And if you like this video and you want to see this man back again, please, wherever you are in the world watching this, have a great day or evening.